It is unprecedented in South Korea that two heads of state were impeached in under a month. And if Yoon Suk Yeol does get arrested, he would be the first sitting president to be detained in the history of South Korea.
Yes, it is likely to be like that. But today, unfortunately, the CIO for high-ranking officials, it is an organization which investigates the corruption corruption among the high-ranking officials. So today they went to detain former President Yoon, or you can say that sitting President Yoon, but they could not detain him, and it happened because the security personnel and the military forces, when we say military forces, it is the forces who are in service to protect the whole Seoul city. So these two sets of people, they did not allow the CIO for high ranking officials to enter inside the presidential house, and that has made this whole standoff impossible to detain President Yoon. Even
Okay,
the officials have
Dr. Sanjay Kumar,
maintained.
the one question I have to ask you at this stage is that, what kind of public support does Yoon Suk Yeol enjoy? Is he a highly popular, or at least he's a leader with a big cult following?
Few years ago, he was a popular leader when there was when there was a turmoil before, and especially when there was a turmoil during the Park Geun-hye's impeachment in 2016-17. So that time he came into picture, in the political picture. He is not a seasoned politician, to be very precisely I'm telling. But after he became president, his ratings were going down, and it went up to 17% before he declared insurrection and the martial law. But in the most recent in the most recent ratings, he was around 10% in Korea. So his popularity is not as much as before. And the people you are seeing on the streets, of course, they are a bunch of supporters. Their numbers are huge. But when we see the public support, public is very angry with what is happening, because of this whole political turmoil. The whole public is not able to concentrate on their everyday life, and this all political drama is continuously happening. So
Okay.
if you see from the people's perspective, it is not a very friendly political execution.
Right, and you're seeing in these visuals, there are American flags being held up by the supporters of Yoon Suk Yeol. Talk to us about that narrative that's building.
This has a different reason. From the last 4 or 5 decades. The extreme right wing supporters in Korea, they often come up with this flag, claiming that U.S. Korea alliance is forever, and it is also a symbolic show of what happened in 1950s and 1660s during the Cold War. Uh, what happened was, like, it was a tactic, and it was supposed that US helped to fight anti-communist forces. So it is also a symbolic show of like anti-communism agenda, and the US Korea alliance, ironclad alliance agenda. So these two kind of symbolic things are often used in the rallies of extreme right-wing people in Korea.
And that's the reason why Yoon Suk Yeol's supporters are also holding up the US flag?
Yes, Yoon Suk Yeol also belongs to the right-wing forces, and the people that you are seeing in the picture, some of them, of course, they are from the extreme right-wing forces as well.
Talk to us about what we can expect in the days going forward. Will there be another attempt to address to arrest Yoon Suk Yeol? And more importantly, lots of police personnel have been deployed on the streets because there's a lot of tension on the streets to ensure law and order. So, in that sense, talk to us about what can we expect in the days going forward.
Well, CIO for high-ranking officials, they want to try tomorrow or day after tomorrow as well, but they are not very confident about that, because of many, many offices are closed on over the weekend. So most probably they are going to come up again on Monday. But the technical thing is that this warrant is valid up to till Monday. But another executing point is that once again the warrant can be issued and they can take its course on Monday. So they are likely to try once again the detention. And on the second part, the police has been deployed because of the standoff. Because today, because of these security personnel and military forces, as well as Yoon's core supporters, they were not allowing the officers to enter the house. So this created a standoff, and there is likely to go it bigger when the opposition party people also joins the rally in against Yoon. So it can turn out into a big political standoff, which may turn into violence as well. Which is Korean people are not violence friendly. So police and the whole regulatory authorities, police and all the investigative authorities are taking all these points into consideration, and they are not trying to send a signal of violence to the public.